Fernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Yo. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. Mike's putting his earbuds in.
There you go.
There he goes. He's got one earbud in there, like a producer.
I always use just one.
You should be like holding your ear with that in, bopping your head like, yeah, I got it.
Hold on.
Like the DJ. Why do DJs always have the one ear in? And then they're just kind of spinning the other one like they're listening. Like, I don't want to listen with two ears. God gave me two, but I'm only going to do one while the headphones are kind of on my back.
Back of your head.
I'm going to lean. I'm going to put the thing's designed to go over my head so I can have two hands free. But now I'm going to have my shoulder push it up into my ear while I spin. But they all do it, so it's
every one of them. Maybe you learned that in DJ school.
Yeah, that's like day one. Like,
yeah.
Right. They're all sitting there with headphones properly on their heads.
Yeah, like,
looking
what are we
forward.
doing, guys?
First off, tilt them back, take one off, and hold it up with your left shoulder. Because if you can't do that, you're out of my class.
First off, we asked if you guys had any experience.
Yeah.
And apparently you all lied on your resume.
Like right off the bat, if you can't do that, then how about you just work for a DJ blow up guitars? How about that? Okay?
And handing out glow sticks.
Yeah,
Go.
you could put out the maracas when the Macarena comes out. You're fucking good, bro. That's it, man. That's all you do. That's what Mike looks like now, but he has an earbud. He's a real lazy DJ. He's like, I'm just going to put an earbud in.
Honestly, I don't like when I'm talking to you to have it muffled where I don't hear, like, I don't like the way that feels.
Oh, okay.
That's even when we would do the radio show, Conti and Kenny, and when we did our own, like, I would never keep the headset on. I would always have it half off, and they're like, headset. And I was like, I didn't want it on.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing. I just got off the phone with another venue I'm thinking about. I may actually use this venue to record my comedy show. It's just got the look. Okay. It's got a nice look I want. It's like a small rock club down the Jersey Shore called The Saint, and it's already got lighting, like cool lighting.
Right.
That like my camera guys just have to show up and shoot.
Right.
And the guy's really cool. I'm gonna go down there and just look at the room again with him. But
do you have to pay?
No.
Can you go when there's something going on?
Oh yeah, like this past weekend. I went by a theater. I asked Mike to come check out this theater with me. I checked out a theater last week. The place told me the price, and it looked nice, but there was a comedy show that was happening there, some open mic. I wouldn't really call it a comedy show. It was a guy who basically screws comedians out of $10 by charging them $10 to perform, which is ludicrous. Like, and New York doesn't even do that.
$10.
What?
He charges the comics and the audience $10.
Yeah. So I call him during the day. I said, I'm a comedian. I'm looking to use that room to record my comedy special. I just want to know if I can come by your show so I can hear the acoustics of the room. And if you have any time, since it's an open mic, maybe you could throw me up for a few minutes so I can get a feel for the room. And he goes, "No, I got no room on the show to put you because tonight's the show." I'm like, "Totally get it. I just figured I'd ask. I know how open the mic was." I was like, "I'm going to swing by," and he's like, "All right, I'll see you tonight." So I even respectfully come by. The show's almost over, like last half hour of the show,
last 15 minutes.
Pop in. There's horrific open mic going on. You already see people leaving the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy's like, "Yo, $10." I go, $10. I'm like, "Oh, let me talk to you outside." I go, "No, dude, I'm the comic you talk to." Now, if people don't know, proper etiquette in, I don't know, even when I was a musician, it's like you can just come in and watch. You're a part of the fucking fabric of the industry.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking to cop a free show.
No.
It's not like I'm showing up to a theater I've never been to before and Brian Regan's there and I'm like, "Yo, I'm a comic. I just hang."
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, right.
This is an open mic.
Right.
And I'm a local comedian. I want to see the room in your last half hour of your show. And he was such a dick to me. He's like, no, it's a business. And I'm like, really, dude? I just was shocked. And then he treated us like pieces of shit.
Oh, I hear you. And anybody who knows, maybe Joe doesn't want this to go out. I don't give a fuck. The dude's name is Mickey Loesch. I never met the guy before. And I'll tell you right now, if anybody knows him, that dude is a piece of shit. And it took me every inch of my body not to crack that motherfucker in his skull cap. Not because of the way he treated me, because he doesn't know who I am. I'm not the guy like, you know who I am? He doesn't know who I am.
No.
I didn't talk to him earlier. The way he talked to you after you already spoke to him hours earlier, explaining that you just wanted to come and take a look at the venue as it was in use, just in case you want to rent it. Because unlike this piece of shit, you have an hour you would like to record, and you're like a professional, you want to see how it looks. This fucknut only has open mics that he books and does shit on the show. He used to do trampolines, I heard. This guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah, and I even went onto his Facebook. He's got like 100 and something friends, and 23 of them are mutual comics, which means he doesn't even know comedians.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
I saw.
He's just a piece of shit taking advantage of people.
Absolutely.
And you could tell in the way he acted towards me.
Right.
Like,
and then he said to you, this is what he said. He goes, we're in there having fun. I told you can't come in. Now you're out here lingering. Like, first off, do you own this building, you motherfucker? And then he has one of the fat fucking guys who owns it come out like he's going to, like, settle what's going on out here, guys.
Yeah, I don't mind that first guy, because if a guy that just rented your place says, yo, there's a guy outside causing problems, you're going to come out.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
So that first guy was cool with it, and I told him, like, why I was there, and he didn't even say nothing, that guy. The guy
didn't say one word.
He probably was like, what's the big fucking deal?
Right.
And then his other fat friend who actually narked me out, I saw him go up and tell him that I was sitting there.
Right.
Like, who said, like, oh, there's somebody here that didn't pay.
Right.
That's the guy who told him that when I was just sitting in the back. So he comes out. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what the fuck's going on, so get the fuck back in there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, you're not professional at all. He laughs like, ha ha. I'm like, what? Who are you? Get the fuck back in there, bro, and get ready to go to work mowing lawns on Monday. What the fuck? Get out of here,
bro. I did a show in fucking down in Comedy Works. Some young comics, this kid from like the Philly area, came by just without ever calling the club, and he goes, oh, I'm a local comic. I was wondering if I can get an audition. Not even that night.
Right.
And Kaplan, the owner's like, if Joe doesn't mind, you want to do it tonight? And I'm like, put him up.
Right.
That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
So we did put him up. Why not? The kid fucking drove here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially a new. I don't know. I just like James, who owns the comedy shop. I mean, even Dino from Uncle Vinny's like, I'll bring KP with me to hang. Right. Yo, KP's a comic. You mind if he comes and hangs? Yeah, go sit in the back of the room.
Right.
Like, you don't charge people in the industry. You know,
right.
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just, I don't know. But like, that's why I don't even want to like I didn't want to waste a lot of energy on that guy, because he really is a nobody. He runs.
Yeah, I know. I hear you, but we don't have to waste energy. It doesn't matter who he is. I don't give a fuck who he is. I like to get a name out there that the guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, go fuck with him on Facebook if you.
Oh, I want to fuck with him. He's a piece of shit.
Have any fans, if you want to just anonymously fucking prod this piece of shit?
Because all that happened was we came in with about 15 minutes left of an open mic. Two comics looking at the room, not watching a show, not trying to get on the show, just trying to look at the room with the lighting and the sound, see if it has a good feel to film an hour of a DVD, because we actually have acts that we don't pay to perform for, that we get paid to do. We just there to look at the fucking venue, and this fucking shitbag hump that did a fucking commercial in 1987, who abuses young comedians, probably tells them they're doing a theater, and they're paying $10 a piece to get stage time. And I get it. I'm not judging them. Sometimes they feel like that you got to do what you got to do to get up. Right. I get it. You know what I mean? But if you can avoid paying someone $10 to do a theater with 7 people in the audience, try to do that.
Yeah.
Suck it up. Do a bar show somewhere. Suck it up. Don't give this piece of shit money because he's not good in the industry. Like Joe said, he has 20 fucking common friends on Facebook. 20 mutual comedian friends. He has 120 total.
Yeah.
And he has 20 comic friends.
That's the only thing I could do to him, is try and get the word out to these comics to stop giving this guy money. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. He's
Right.
taking advantage of you. $10 to perform? I mean, even New York open mics, which people find schmarmy, at best are $5.
Right.
At best, and sometimes they just don't even ask that. They're like, can you just buy a drink?
Which is
Which is
to
the
me,
most. When I do
you
a free
should.
show in a place, I buy a drink.
You have to.
The
The
place
guy's
is
gotta
letting
keep the
us
lights
do
on.
perform there. Let me buy.
Yeah.
Like there's that Thursday open mic at Rockin' Joe's in Union. It's
Right.
free. You can go. I at least get a large coffee. Sometimes I'll get a sandwich. I gotta. If the place don't stay in business, I ain't got no
Right.
stage.
Right there, and it's just respect. This guy's got to keep his bills paid. What the fuck we are? Oh, he owes us.
But charging comics perform,
I
like
get
it doesn't go to the room is horse shit.
right, unless it has to go towards the rent of that room, whatever the case may be. But common courtesy to a guy who said, "Hey, I just want to take a look." He got mad at you because you didn't want to spend $10 for the mic. That's what it was.
Right.
All it was. He got mad because you didn't want to pay $10.
$10 is ridiculous.
And that's what he got mad at.
And I
Because-
called you first. It wasn't like I just showed up.
right.
He goes, you told me you'd pay $10 on the phone. I go, obviously you don't know me.
Right.
I'm going to tell you I'm going to pay $10 to look at the room. Go fuck yourself. I told
Right,
you I
right.
want to pop in to look at the room.
Right.
I don't want to hang for 2 hours or somebody showed up at 8 o'clock.
Right.
I showed up at
Exactly.
9:30, the tail end
Right.
of your shitty show. Yeah, $10, $1 at best. I'm giving you for the rest of the show. I'll give you. I should have been like, I'll give you $1. We're prorating this motherfucker.
Oh, he didn't even talk to me. He just looked at me while I was on the phone. I was talking to Frank. He's looking at me, kept looking at me, and I felt like stopping. Like, I don't know. This is before I even knew you got kicked out. I'm like, "What's up, bro? What do you keep looking at me for?"
Yeah, he went from 0 to lunatic. That's why. But I called our Scott Brendan after.
Right.
And he's like, he's a lunatic. He met him one time. He goes, the guy's certifiably insane. I go, yeah, because he went from like just to lunatic.
But he wasn't
Over
even
$10.
lunatic. He was just fucking
Like a dick.
A dick, and he couldn't even be a real dick, like a manly dick. He just like, no, we're doing a show. Like he had no balls. Like he was a fucking faggot pussy.
I
Right?
told my wife I felt like fighting. I was like, I had that fucking
No,
nerves.
I
like,
hear you, bro.
That you know, like that fucking, like that adrenaline pump. Like you're gonna fight. I'm like, I wanted to fight. Like I really wanted to punch him in the face.
Dude, because it came out of nowhere. I've never gone to a comedy show where, look, if he was an owner of the building, and he was like, listen, guys, right now we got a show going on, you got to pay $10. Hey, we'll wait till the end of the show. Just wanted to look at the room, guy. Just wanted to look at the room.
Yeah.
We're not here trying to partake in a show for free and get over on watching horrific comedy.
Right.
And we're comedians. So there's a level of respect. You go, oh, a couple of comics, you don't want to do the mic? You can hang out. Who gives a fuck? You're comics.
Right.
That's what we all do. But you know what? He's not a comic. He's a piece of shit.
That's why
He's
he
not
does
in
it
the back
now.
of comedy rooms. He's just a motherfucker trying to make $50 on a Saturday off of desperate people.
Exactly. That's why he's a piece of shit. And if you're a young comic to listen to this, do not support the Mickey Who show or Mickey. It's called
Mickey
Roche
Who?
at the Randolph Performing Arts Center, which is a nice venue. Support anything else going on there. Don't support his shitty fucking show. He's a piece of shit who just likes to. There's plenty of rooms to get up in.
And I would like, if it ever gets to the owner of that place, that you were a potential renter, and I was going to look at it and maybe thought about doing something.
Yeah.
So there's two people that you just lost $1,000
Yeah.
from this fucking hump.
Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, I moved on from wanting that place only because I didn't like it as much.
Far, yeah, it was
Not far, and it's very and it's probably great for music.
right.
I just don't think it has life.
It did. It was very sterile.
Very sterile, and I didn't want to have to like. That's what I like. This place I'm checking out now called the Saint in Asbury Park.
Right.
Guy was mad cool.
Yeah,
I've been
nice.
there before in the past seeing bands.
Right.
And it's got cool look, man. It's just got like a punk vibe to it.
Yeah,
Like, it's just
yeah.
got like atmosphere. Like you'd film like a movie scene in there.
Right,
'Cause
right.
It's like it's like performed in.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
used to be a blues bar years ago. These guys bought it like in the 90s.
Like
Turned
a
it into-
Maxwell's type of
like
feel.
a yeah, but like even Maxwell's went like remember the old Maxwell's when it was like
yeah.
grungy. And
Right.
and I'll show you I'll send you some pictures. But the guy's just like really cool. It's like we're gonna get together and work out a deal. I mean, he's gonna make money off drinks anyway, so he wants to know if I want it to be private, open to the public. Do I want a $5 ticket? Do I want to whatever?
Right.
We're going to discuss that, but it's a very popular venue, so there's very limited dates I can use. He gave me 3 so far that he can commit to.
Okay.
And 2 are in September, which I just can't do. One's in October. But I told him, I said, I first have to talk to my film guys. See when they're going to be. But I'm going to go see the venue anyway. But I was thinking about Roxy and Dukes and Denellen.
Okay.
But that's still a pretty big room.
Right.
What I like about the Saint is, like, he said if they did standing, like for a rock show standing, they do like 150.
Oh, okay.
But if you do seated, he had Chris Gethard there recently. He has a show on Fusion. He's
okay.
Blown up in the comedy world. But they had like a seated show of 80.
Oh, okay.
But tight, like
right.
Like they're on top of each other. So I'm gonna go see it and work out a deal and hopefully pick a date. No, it's funny though, man. Fucking, this is how I know I can never be famous,
right?
Or like do anything in this business. Just putting a possible date in my phone for this shoot
Give you anxiety.
Gave me a panic attack like you won't believe. So I may shit the bed that night because I can't even put in a maybe.
You can't even pencil in.
I pencil in. I want to vomit. This isn't even an industry thing. I'm doing this to myself. I'm going to sell it to 14 of my friends.
This isn't nobody in the business knows about this right now.
Nobody knows about it. Now I'm going to try and make it a thing.
No, but I'm saying right now.
Right now, no one knows about it.
No one knows about it.
I didn't even try and do a press thing.
No, you haven't talked to anybody.
I haven't talked to anybody. I put possible. Because he said, like, the fall is a big touring time, so he said it's very tough.
Oh, right.
Big touring, and they do shows every night.
Right.
And he's like, it's got to be a Sunday or a Monday. Like
Sunday is when you would want
Sunday. I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a Sunday. He can only. Yeah. So anyway, I pencil in a possible video shoot, and I'm like, I'm not ready. It's like, just like a fucking nervous ninny. That's why, listen, I'm just going to be a road comic that puts out his own DVDs because I can't take it. If someone even saw me at a showcase and said, we want to put you on TV, I'd be like, I appreciate that, but let me go die right now.
We're giving you 6 months to come up with 5 minutes.
Yeah, Joe just had congestive heart failure. Why? Because he got Conan.
Yeah. Maybe. They want him to work on the set a little bit. And he just, that's just like, I'm like, I can't handle it. You're just like, fucking, let me be anonymous. Just fucking, I want people looking at me. Yeah, that was a definite panic attack. But what's good about this place is, like I said, the lighting is set. And with, like, I mean, this is like inside baseball with TV, but if you've ever been to a TV taping, a lot of times you'll see them use like a smoke machine. Yeah.
Just to put fog.
Yeah, it breaks the light up, right?
Yeah, it makes the light. They have that softer there. It's
really?
They have one. So I'm like, oh my! It's like literally, I just got to bring camera guys.
Oh, nice.
So it's like camera guys. The guy was like mad cool on the phone. It's literally going to cost me nothing out of pocket.
That's awesome.
And I feel like actually, if you go like from Central Jersey, that Randolph Performing Arts Center and the Saint is the exact same distance.
Oh, really?
From like, if you like just picked like where I grew up, East Brunswick.
Right.
Where like my family would be coming from. But I'm telling you, people think Jersey Shore doesn't seem as far because there's shit to do.
Right. It's 40 minutes?
40 minutes, you know what I mean? But like, up where that theater was, after the show's over, there's nowhere for anybody to go.
Yeah, right. No,
like,
it's just
Asbury, there's restaurants.
They can come in if your show's 8 o'clock. They can come down at 6, grab some dinner. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, and I asked the guy, I'm like, about because he was like, do you want it to open to the public or do you want it just private? He's like, we could open to the public, do a $5 head. He's like, and he goes, a lot of the people around here are very supportive. It's like a whole like cool artsy vibe in Asbury now.
Right.
And people are very respectful. And I'm like,
well, if you do it, you got to make it $5 to the public, and you got to really talk about how it's a TV taping, and then it has to be like a calm audience, man, because opening it to the public could fuck you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna probably try and just keep it private. See how many if I can sell it out with just people that I know.
Yeah,
and then open it to the public if like it ain't selling.
Right.
Everyone's like, nah, sorry, man, we like you, but we're not coming. I'll be like, fuck it, open to the public. We'll see what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it does look cool. Like
Wait, is the bar in the room or is it
the bar's in the room?
Okay.
But that's what I said. I go, is it like people shouting drink orders? He's like, no. He's like, we know this is going to be a taping.
Right.
Like he's because on his what I liked about them is on their website they encouraged filmmakers and TV.
Oh, really?
Because they said like they encourage like new things.
Right.
The guy's like really cool.
That's good.
He's like, I want it to work out for both of us.
Right.
Blah blah blah. We could promote it as a taping. Like he just seems like a guy that's really.
What's the name of the joint?
It's called The Saint in Asbury Park.
It's live from the Saint.
It's cool. They got a badass like looking green room, like fucking
nice,
with
man.
like it's just like a punk rock place.
Right.
Because like I think I was talking to Ritu. I was just like, I don't feel like I'm a theater guy. I'm like I perform in bars and small comedy clubs.
Right.
In like tight venues. I feel like a theater thing isn't conducive. I just don't feel like I'll be comfortable.
Right.
Like even at a community theater.
Right.
Like I feel like if I see a bar in the room and some folding chairs, I'm like, this is my people.
Right.
This is what I do.
Yeah. No, it's comfort zone.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like even like when we did that nice theater out in Pennsylvania, it was nice, but it was intimidating. So I'm like, this ain't what I do.
Right.
Like it was almost. I felt like an open micer.
Right.
Even though I have an act that I did well, it just was so overwhelming.
Right.
Like I don't think those people got who I really am.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because of the moment. But and the place is good with sound because they do it all the time. I felt that other theater would have required so much TV production to make it look good.
Yeah.
I would have blown my brains out.
No, it looked like a school auditorium.
Yeah.
Right? With that flag on the side and just...
Yeah, like if you did a show there and I directed it and I can focus totally on that, I don't have nothing else to worry about.
Yeah, right.
Because right now I'm worried about two things: shooting and performing.
Right.
I'm like, the poor man's Louis C.K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, it's weird. I got the anxiety, but I'm excited because I feel like it's time.
Right.
And it's like, I'm just going to do it. Like I told my buddy, I just drove my buddy to his mechanic to pick up his car, and I was like, even if I don't like the video, I got the audio.
Right.
I mean, I can't see it not going well. Like
right.
Doing the act forever. I just like I gotta put I want to put the act out and just really I gotta really do that work that we talk about being too lazy to do. Pulling out jokes I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like trying to make it as clean as possible without getting away from who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm trying to be a clean comedian, but I want to just take out unnecessary horse shit.
Right.
Just to so it can be used by more platforms.
Right.
Make me more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'll text you some pictures of the venue. It's pretty badass looking.
Oh, cool, man. Good, man. I'm glad.
And I'll hire a photographer.
It's good to have a plan, bro. Right? It's got to have something.
Yeah,
gotta have something in the works, man. It's just.
Well, yeah. What else am I doing? Just keep fucking emailing my avails, running around doing nothing.
That's it. Like that becomes.
I want to put a bow on a lot of this material and really abandon it.
Right.
But there's a chunk out of this I'll still use. That's pretty evergreen.
Yeah, you're not fucking Louis C.K.
No,
you're not dumping an hour, starting fresh.
No, I'm gonna try,
but you're not.
Best I can.
Yeah, don't put more anxiety on you.
No, listen. I'm not Mr. touring the country doing the fucking headline sets. So when I'm booked to headline, I'm doing my show.
Right.
But in the meantime, when I'm doing my usual opening act, I can start developing some shit. That way,
when I'm on my usual lane.
When I'm on my usual lane, I'm building it. People are getting confident, but like I have that thing. Like I don't want to sell them what they just heard.
No, absolutely.
Like I think you just paid $20 to hear. You want it again?
You know what though? What was good is like after I recorded the CD in March, like it came out in April. It came out in September. Up until September, I was still doing some of the same, material, some new stuff. But it gave me like 4 months to really get ready. Because once the once the CD came out, I stopped doing it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I'll do that. I think I will, because I can, because I'm in
Correct.
obscurity. No one knows who I am. It's so easy to recreate a whole new hour. No one knows what the fuck my first hour is.
No one's missing anything.
No one's missing anything.
I like his older stuff.
I like his older stuff better, said his mother. Like I said, I did a Facebook post one time. You know, that's just the career I'm on. It's the career path I'm on. I've never heard in any like Louis C.K. biographies the word tricky tray.
Right.
Never. At least he doesn't talk about it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of tricky trays at my show. Sometimes I'm performed surrounded by a lot of cellophane baskets.
A lot of baskets.
A lot of baskets of beauty. Baskets of beauty,
Thank
coffee.
you, basket.
Got a pasta maker. Got a zucchini pasta maker. I don't think Richard Pryor had that.
Yeah, I don't think the greats.
No.
Nah. No, I don't think the greats had to take a break for raffles.
Or a fucking unironed plastic backdrop behind you.
That won't roll all the way down because it's been rolled up for about a month and a half in the back of some dude's car.
Yeah. Thank God we put a sign that said comedy on it. I don't know if they knew it was hair. What was happening
I didn't
here?
think they know where to focus.
Yeah.
Where should we look? Look at the wrinkled sign. I think someone's going to appear in a
They
minute.
go to the thing that says comedy. It's like bands coming around with music.
Music.
What do you do? We play that. We play the thing on the plastic sign behind us.
That is funny.
Oh, we didn't think you knew it from the guitars in our hands.
It is so funny how uncreative they could be to say, to make it a backdrop. Like comedy. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Comedy night. Oh, God.
What was the one we used to work for Steve Bix? Used to have to bring it, like the backdrop. It said Comedy Blast.
Oh.
And sometimes the blast was like peeling off. It was just...
Comedy blah.
There's nothing worse than wrapping up a comedy sign after you bomb. Just like rolling it up. Like, I ain't had a good time here tonight either.
Rolling up your dreams.
Yeah, you're just fucking not even talking to you while you're just rolling it.
Oh,
And it's
that
rolling to
sucks.
the left, rolling to the side, and it's
Yeah,
not
it's
rolling
like
up tight. So you have to like keep
It's on a
unrolling it.
cone.
Yeah, it's like a cone. You're like, can somebody help me? You guys want any help during my show? Can you at least help me roll up this thing so I can go home and kill myself, please? Thank you.
And that's hard enough after a show when people don't want to make eye contact with you. But they can't. They don't even want to make eye contact with you as you're rolling up your sign.
I wonder what the psychology of that is, though, because it's like when you bomb and people walk by you, it's like they're in a funeral procession looking in your coffin. Like,
Oh my God!
Like you bomb so like I guess that's where it's like I died
Yeah.
up there because people were at your funeral.
Yeah.
Like you've affected them so bad. Like you were so bad they don't even know.
They don't want to. They
Speechless.
don't
They're
want
like at a funeral. Like I'm sorry, man. I don't even know. Like the same reaction I'm at someone's funeral. Like when you go to a funeral
know
of
what
someone
to
you
say.
don't know, but like it's like somebody's uncle that you know,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
see like the wife. You're like, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
That's what it feels like when you bomb and you are like forced to.
Right. No, absolutely. People can't. They don't know what to say because first off, they don't want to lie to you. Right.
Yeah.
They don't want you to look at them for sympathy. Like, what do you want me to say to you, man? I don't know what to say to you, man. Like, yeah, you fucked up. You already know that, right? So, bye now. Good night.
Yeah.
Or how about, like the one guy who does want to say is like, yeah, I got to admire you for when you I admire you guys for doing what you do. Like, now you don't admire us, first off.
Yeah.
You're just trying to make me feel good for the bomb I just laid.
You do have those. There's a few people who be like, I liked it. I swear. Like they
Yeah.
they try to. I really did. I'd be like, I believe
That was a
you.
tough crowd, right?
I do believe
How about
you.
that one?
Yeah.
That was a tough crowd.
Tough crowd, huh? Yeah.
Huh? What's wrong with these fucking, huh? They were
Yeah.
tight, huh? Like, shit, all right, man. We don't
Yeah,
need to do
tight.
this.
That's like the worst feeling when you lay that first, like 2 or 3, like first joke you can't even count because sometimes you never know. But like when you're like third joke in and they're tight, you're just like, Go fuck yourselves, man. What the fuck did you come out for? Like, you really just want that to come out. Like, what did you come out for? You miserable motherfuckers. And just throw the mic at, like, the miserablest one and walk out. Be like, that was a short set.
Wow, it's all Joe.
Yeah. One-man show called Anger Becomes Me.
Help me roll this fucking sign up. What's this? What?
Yeah, the booker calls you. What the fuck happened? I didn't send you my new tape. That's what I do. You throw stuff at the audience, tell them to go fuck themselves 4 minutes in? Yup. I thought that's what you booked me for. I'm sorry. If you want to... All right, book me the next time. I'll do my old act. This is what I'm doing now. Try and play it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just would love to... I'd love to, like you know, like post-game interviews, like after, like, a loss.
Right.
But, like, interview the crowd. Be like, now, we saw this guy last night. Same number of people.
Right.
They loved it. Like, just have the whole group be like, what happened?
That would be great.
Yeah.
And make them watch a video of the night. Like, what you want to see something? Click, and then just look. This is the guy murdering.
Same act.
Same thing. Look, remember these words that you didn't like? Look at everybody else liking them.
Yeah.
What happened?
So it has to be you people.
We're going to blame you on this one.
It has to be. So what the fuck? Did you guys all come? How did you all come together? That is a true thing. Jerry Seinfeld did say one time, and I have to agree with him. He said in an interview, he goes, like, good audiences, bad audiences come out in the same night.
Yeah.
Like, together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like,
absolutely.
That's the worst. Yeah, man. That is the worst. But hopefully that won't happen at my taping.
Let's say, don't. Maybe go out the night before and really bomb somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Eat it the night before.
I gotta believe that if I fill with people that want to see me,
they're
not gonna sit there on their hands and be like, And then you'll see the meltdown. You will see the meltdown. You will see. I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me? That'll be the most downloaded comedy special ever. Comedian has meltdown.
Yelling at your mom in the third row.
Spits at his mother in the face. Then blows his brains out on stage.
Kicks his brother in the head.
ISIS took recognition for it. He was an ISIS sympathizer.
That's funny.
He just forgot to kill other people. That's why ISIS is disappointed.
He's really not that
good.
He
was a suicide ISIS guy, but just
he totally forgot to.
He just jumped the gun. No pun intended. He jumped the gun on himself. ISIS sympathizer was so distraught, forgot to kill people first.
He was a little anxious.
He was so full of low self-esteem, he forgot to kill people first. Before turning the gun on himself. Yeah, this guy's the worst terrorist. Not only is he a shitty comedian, but he's an awful terrorist. Like, I can't even get any recognition for terror.
Yeah.
Like
ISIS won't look you in the eyes. Like, I don't know that guy.
ISIS is like, I know. Listen, he probably was just searching our website, just haphazard. I mean, we didn't even send him a pamphlet. We didn't even send him a pamphlet. This fucking kid, he kind of stinks. He sent us an email. We watched his tape.
We passed.
We're like, I don't know, man. You seem to be bombing enough with comedy. So, why don't you? I think you're ruining lives as we speak. You're currently bringing terror up and down the East Coast. So you're doing it. You're just more slick about it. You're not as bloody as we are. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm Allah Akbar, whatever the fuck we say.
That's funny.
So yeah, I canceled that spot in the city last night. Kerry was homesick. She came home from vacation sick, so I didn't go to the Lantern.
Oh, really?
I texted Craig Fox. His response was weird. I go, what did I say? Basically said that I can't come in because my wife is sick.
Right.
But thanks for the spot. He goes, okay, amazing. Thank you. Amazing that my wife is sick.
Well, he texted me earlier that day, but I was stuck. I was in that, doing that watching comics, and it was like a long day, so like I couldn't get out till like almost like after 7:00.
Yeah.
But he had texted me earlier. I'm not going to be there, but the spots are still yours if you want them.
Okay.
I just responded, I don't know. I'm stuck in Sea Caucus. He never responded to that. He might be upset that we didn't go in, but that's, dude.
What was the last minute?
Mic. Fuck out of here. It's an open mic, dude. I'm not even going to worry if you ever think about letting me use your mic.
It was like, my wife's sick. Amazing. Cool, man.
I think he was more like, amazing, you're not going to show up.
Well, I mean, whatever. Hopefully that's not how he was being, because I've been trying to do pre-book shows for months, like 2 days before. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just saying it was a bizarre response to my wife is sick.
Well, I hope that he's not being a dick about it. But I don't really ask him for anything, so I don't care.
No. Anyway, that's that.
That's that. Nothing you can do about it.
That's that. You ain't got nothing to do about it. Then I'll be. What are you doing?
I did that watching comics yesterday.
Oh, okay. And
I'm going to talk about it honestly here. Even going into it, I regret it. But for weeks before doing it, I regretted saying yes. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm not a scumbag dickhead. Right. Number one. Number two, it didn't really dawn on me until we got there and started watching it, and I stopped. And I was like, what is it you're looking for in these comics? Because none of these comics are at a place where they should be judged yet.
Right. And
they're submitting themselves to be judged. These comics are putting themselves up for that. They know what the show is about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're putting themselves up for that. And it's basically, which I never did. Remember that lottery show at the Strip?
Yeah.
When Voss and
Patrice used to do it too.
Yeah, right? They would be judging. I guess I never even knew that show, what it was about, but apparently people are saying that this is like a ripoff of that.
Yeah, and they also do one, I think at the Stand or somewhere, called Comedy 101 they do now.
Oh, okay.
They even record it and put it on YouTube, at least the audio, where like the one I heard, like they'll have comics go up, but the judges can stop them in the middle of their act and tell them what they're doing wrong.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Comedy 101, if you're going to be productive and stop the comics and say, listen, man, right, this is what you're doing. If it's just going to be trashing comics, I don't like that.
Right.
Now, this is not just trashing, although if the guys want to comment on the fucking jokes or bust balls on the jokes, it will happen during the set.
Right.
As we're watching it. But I want the comics to know that you got to give them some sort of productive
feedback
eventually. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I mean we did make fun of people, but I always tried to, at the end, like sometimes my feedback was very blunt.
Yeah.
Like more blunt than I would like to be.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most of the comics, I don't even know them. I never even saw them before.
Right.
They are during a scene that I'm not in. But like, there's a couple of them that aggravated me. Like one dude went up and just was like, he was high and drunk. He had not. I didn't see one. We watched him for 2.5 minutes. Uh-huh. I didn't see one. He never did one joke. Like he just was up. 30 seconds would go without him even talking. And like I was just like, what is this? I said, what is the goal for these guys? Eventually, I think one of them will win a spot like at a club. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. I said, you want to put this guy on a fucking club show somewhere? So an audience member came in and paid for a real show and they're going to see this shit? Yeah. I said, no, this guy is a definite no for me. He was just one of them. And there was another guy who I could see was like trying to be like, he was like probably like the funny dude at like with his crew at the barbecue, like, yo, do that story. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't structured.
Yeah.
And then there was 2 or 3 that had absolutely no material. Mm-hmm. And I said, there's no material here. There's nothing for me to judge. They gave me nothing to judge.
Yeah.
And then there was some that tried, and then there was like 2, like maybe like we watched 25. I would say about 5 or 6 of them that I thought you could definitely see they've been doing comedy.
Right.
And it was some flow to them.
Right.
But it was just...
Got some chops.
Yeah, a little bit of chops. So, like, those are the guys I was okay with.
Yeah.
You know? But it turned out to be a little more, like, mean than I am as a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, man.
So I kind of, like, was a little disappointed. And I have buyer's remorse, like, for the whole day so far today that I'm even on it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the edit comes out and makes you look favorable.
I asked them to do that. I said, listen, man, do me a favor. I don't even remember some of the stuff. Some of the stuff, I mean, for the most part, I was harsh on, like, probably 2 acts, like, where I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. What are you doing right now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then there was a couple I just was like, no, don't even talk to me about it. No. You know what I'm saying? And then some I was like, listen, man, you have chops. You just need to focus a little more on some of your, like, workout. A lot of times I just said, guys, get up. If you're listening to me right now, if this guy would come up to me right now, say, what do you think, Mike? Get up more, get up more, get up more. Got to kill some of those bad habits you have. You curse too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I gave positive feedback for the most part, but sometimes during the set, if they cut away to some of the times, with my face, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like some of the jokes, I was like, ah. And then there's 2 guys that we know personally, Scott Brennan, and Natty Bumpkar, that I wanted to be nice. But I fear that they're going to, because they know me personally, are going to get more hurt.
Well, you should preemptively tell them.
I am.
Yeah.
But, like I told, both, basically.
Well, Scott listens to the podcast, so he's going to be.
So here you go, Scott. Basically, what I said is, basically, because I've seen your set other places. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the first time I was watching it. I just basically said, you got to your jokes quick. There was too much lollygagging before the punchlines came.
Yeah.
And Natty, there was too much quirky character and not enough jokes. Works in a 20-minute set, not in a 5-minute showcase.
Right.
That's basically what I said.
Yeah.
You know
I think they'll take, I think those guys, because they know you and you've been around.
Yeah.
It's like, you take criticism from your friends.
Right.
Or even people that you're friendly with, that you've worked with, that you've palled around with even at the diner. It just always feels different than some stranger being like, yeah, you should do it. Like, who the fuck?
Right.
I don't think they'll be that hurt by your criticism.
It might have been quick. I don't know how he's going to edit it, but Natty, I was, as soon as he came out, he had like the bottom 3 buttons on his shirt unbuttoned. Mm-hmm. And I got me so angry. I was like, Natty, button your shirt up. And then he says why? To let his abs show. But it was like all for a joke.
Uh-huh.
But he has a t-shirt underneath it. It's all because he doesn't have abs. That was the joke. And I just was stuck on the shirt. And I was like, button the motherfucking shirt up, Natty.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy who came on with gym shorts, like loose gym shorts.
Yeah.
And a gray t-shirt, like that was stretched out at the neck, and blue blocker sunglasses on.
Right.
And he comes up and he has nothing but this, like a personality guy, just herky-jerky kind of guy.
Right.
With fucking sunglasses, shorts, and a t-shirt. I was like, I don't know this guy personally, but when you wear now, I got really mad. I like the shorts aggravate me on stage.
Right.
And it just looked all sloppy, like he just came from a softball game.
Right.
And I was like, this is not the way you show up on stage.
Yeah, no professionalism.
None. Now they're like, there's a couple of comics like that do, and I thought about it. Like Jay Okerson wears shorts, but I know Jay's whole persona. So when he comes up with shorts, that's Jay.
Right, but he's done the other thing. He's been professional for years.
Exactly.
And he has his fan base, and it's just a different
Totally
different. He's earned it.
Even if Chris Rock showed up on stage with shorts, I may go, you got shorts on? But then I'm over it.
And and Jay's material's so good, you don't give a fuck.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's just...
You're not, I don't even know who you are at all. You're an open micer, and you're coming in busting in with gym shorts and a T-shirt?
Yeah.
And sunglasses on?
No, you have to be a name to do that.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like, and they were like Aaron, what's his name? He's Aaron Berg, is it? Hangs out the stand a lot. Kind of jacked up.
Yeah, Aaron Berg, yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen his act. I don't think I have. But they're like, he wears shorts on stage and like a guinea tee. I'm like, yeah, but he's jacked up. He's like a muscle.
And he's been doing comedy for a really long time.
Very established.
He's a professional comedian.
Yes.
Full-time professional comedian who works all over the place.
Correct. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. When you're a nobody and you just look sloppy.
Yeah. No, but I've seen Aaron Berg, too, dressed up with like a vest.
Me too.
And tie like Kevin Israel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
Dressed to the nine. He probably dresses for the occasion.
Correct.
Like, he's probably doing spots in
right.
his home club. On a Tuesday, he's probably got a tank top on.
Right.
But if he's got a showcase for fucking industry, he's going to put on a button-up.
Exactly.
If he's going to be on a TV show,
right.
Even if it's on the web,
right.
He's going to dress up.
He's going to try.
You're not going to come in shorts for a TV show.
Not. Definitely not.
Yeah,
three guys.
Yeah.
Three guys did.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they must not just take it seriously.
That's what I said.
I mean,
on one of the dudes, I was like, you know what, man? I said, to be honest with you, I don't know how long. Like some of the other comic, Ray Goots, knew a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if these dudes, maybe they're not taking this showcase serious. I don't blame, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. Yeah. I wouldn't. I said, to be honest with you, if you put me on stage, I would fuck around. He's like, but you mean we fucking around like you would do new stuff? I'm like, I would do new stuff, and I wouldn't give a fuck. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
I would not give a fuck if I was on this show. I wouldn't shit the bed, but I would just be willy-nilly. It wouldn't be a fucking showcase that I'd be sweating.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, this show, you should go on it with, but, like, you should go on it with your best and try to be your best because, I mean, a message to newer comics, you don't want any type of you looking bad on stage on the web, especially if that video is out of your control out there. Because when a booker types in your name, you don't know what fucking video pops up that he's going to click on.
Right.
And if that's the first one he watches of you shitting the bed and then being shit on, you ain't getting work.
Right.
And you ain't getting work for a long time. Because I don't care. Anytime they see your name, they think of the first time they saw you.
Right.
Because they have a million people. You know what I mean? I'm just
no, absolutely. So, do your best.
But I talked to comics that were on that last shoot, and they said they didn't go on till like there was so many. It was like hours till they went on. The crowd was dead. It's not like an even playing field where it's like you have tapings every night in front of like hot crowds.
I hear you. I was able to just watch the comic. I didn't give a fuck about the audience.
No, I know, but like what you know what I mean. But as a performer, that you feed off the crowd when you perform. Right. So you go up and start eating it to a dead crowd, you're going to probably, like, your jokes aren't going to come out the same. Right. Especially if you're 2, 3, 4 years in.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I kept saying to them. I was like, these guys, some of these guys, you could see there's good material there, and those are the ones I looked at. Like, they have the chops. They have the ability to flesh out a joke. I could see, like, some guys really knew how to run with jokes. Yeah. Most of them were very basic, black guy, big dick joke, like done. Right. The next topic. Yeah. No depth. You know what I'm saying? But there was like a few that knew how to take the topic and run deep with it. Those guys, even if it wasn't hot and they weren't popping, I'm like, that guy's got it. That guy go, and you know what I'm saying? But at the end, I was like, I don't know what these guys are looking for because they're all so new that it doesn't matter what they have. They're going nowhere right now. They should just be getting up. And getting better.
I remember watching that one at the comic strip that one because they used to air it live.
Oh yeah, the lottery one
on like YouTube. Yeah, I watched it when I was with Patrice, and some kid went up, and then after Patrice goes, "How long have you been doing it?" And the guy goes, 5 years. He goes, "Now either you're lying, or you just can't do this." He's like, "Because these are not 5." He goes, 5-year joke. You should like, even though you're getting laughs, he's not a guy that's doing jokes 5 years should be doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, either you're lying or you may have mentally been doing, like, maybe you've like actually been like, it's been 5 years since the first time and this time. You don't know what's happened in between. Technically 5 years, but you're doing it for 5 years with jokes like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though he was getting laughs, he was still like, damn, that's shit.
Right. Right, which is why I kept asking, because Ray Goots knew. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? He's like, probably 2.5. I'm like, most of the people with 2.5, 3 years. There was a couple who've been doing it for about 7, and then one, like a couple of guys, like you just said, started 5 years ago, but didn't really do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, but I'm like, if you're like 2.5 years in, you're putting a product out there that is not ready to be judged.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you a real judgment. I'm just going to tell you to get better. I'll make fun of you right now for what you just did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't take this personal. Get better. And then there was some that just, like, one guy had an accent. He had nothing. Dude, he said nothing. Just, you know, it was nothing. No beginning of a joke, no end of a joke. I'm like, dude, this guy gave me nothing. But I wasn't, like, he didn't aggravate me. It was only 2 guys that really, like, aggravated me because they acted like they had it. And they had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they acted like they had a whole bunch of shit, and they had nothing. But the dude Ray, I don't want to blow him up, but we watched 2. Natty was the 3rd comic we watched. The first 2 Ray knew personally.
Okay.
So he kind of felt like I did with Natty and Scott.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
So he didn't say anything. But when it came to the 3rd person was Natty, he didn't know him at all. Wow.
Yeah.
He went brutal on Natty.
I mean, from what I've seen from the few clips I've watched from the show, they've never really, unless the guy was just so, like, not trying, like, awful, like, kind of just, like, wasting time, like, not a...
Right.
I never sensed that they were really, like, trying to destroy anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm torn with the show. It's like, I get it, but I don't get... I get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it for the comics. I'm like, for the young comics, it's... You don't want video of you sucking on the internet.
What is the point of this? Like, you're going to get what out of this? You're subjecting yourself for what reason?
Listen, even if you win a spot, that's the only spot you're getting on that club. Like, you're not getting passed.
Right.
Club by something like this.
But there's this one guy, I can't remember his name, the one I voted for.
Unless you're, like, fucking great. I mean, you still have to be great.
There was one kid, I voted, you can vote for one winner and a runner-up. Mm-hmm. The runner-up guy, he was funny, made me laugh, and he had really good, like, even his tags were good, like, everything was good, like, he had, like, a good bop to his body, like, he had, like, good stage presence, and like, I mean, I liked him. But then the guy who won was, like, unanimous, except for Richie, didn't vote for him, can't think of the guy's name. Can't think of this kid's name. Black kid, but he's like half black, half white. His act was about not being able to figure out what he is, some of it.
Yeah.
But he did this joke about he has like this really wild hair and how someone said he looked like the Statue of Liberty on crack. And he was like, what the fuck? He goes, first off, what does that even mean? And then he thought about it and he did it, like he acted out like with the microphone because his hair looks like the Statue of Liberty kind of stuck up there. And he did it and he was like on crack. He's like, yo, Jersey. And he starts doing like, they say, yo, Jersey. Yo, man, you got like 10. I'll suck your dick. Like, but it was just the way he did it, like was so confident. And then his next bit was very, very comfortable, very confident. And you could tell that he could take a concept and run with it.
Yeah.
You know? But it was just an uncomfortable feeling for me.
Yeah, no, I always feel uncomfortable even in person, giving constructive criticism. Like, people ask me.
Right.
And I'm like, I always like puss out with it. Just keep getting up, man. Just keep getting up. You just gotta get comfortable.
Yes.
Which is really the truth with comedy. It's just putting in the time and getting comfortable. Because that's the secret to comedy.
Right.
Getting so comfortable that you are yourself up there.
Absolutely.
You know, and the only thing to get you there is more time.
The only advice that seems to be true with every single comedian, like the greats, get up, get up, get up. That's the advice.
Yeah.
That's what they'll tell you. Like, oh, you want to do comedy? Get up on stage. Got to get on stage. That's it. There's no other.
And I say try not to be dirty, but if that's who you are, then that's who you are.
Right.
But if you want more, it's always better to be clean. But if that's where your essence is,
yeah,
then be that.
Right.
Because then you'll be that great. You'll be great at that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, this Indian kid did a joke. He said it was that story about the kid who was a Make-A-Wish Foundation who wanted to be Batman. And they grant him the wish. The whole city of San Francisco was involved. He got to fight the Joker. He was like Batman for a day. He's like, what's awesome? He's like, but the kid never died. He's like, the kid never died. He's like, how's his parents go back to regular birthdays? Like, you can't do piñata after you were Batman. We're gonna go back to piñatas now. This is a really good joke. It was really good. But the kid didn't die. He's like, now you got to go back to regular birthdays. You can't go back to piñatas.
That's funny, man. Well, we'll look forward to seeing Mike on next season's Comics Watching Comics.
Yeah,
and then we'll critique Mike's critiques on the podcast.
I don't blame you. Well, I felt like saying that. Like, I'm a nobody. I mean, we're all nobodies. I'm the nobody. I'm the most biggest nobody in the room full of nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm the only nobody in the nobody room. And I still feel like we shouldn't be judging these guys. And not because I don't feel like I know comedy and I can look at comedy. I can. But I just don't feel like they have a product yet. They shouldn't be on the judging block yet. Yeah,
that's how I feel. I think I told Scott I didn't think he should do it, but he wanted to. I think one time we were hiking, I'm like, I just don't think you're going to get nothing from it.
Yeah.
At this stage, you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to stink.
Right. And how long's Scott been doing it? 3?
2, maybe maybe into his 3rd. I believe not long enough. You know what I mean?
And how about Natty? Natty's been doing it a long time.
Long time, because he was doing it like in Atlanta or something before he was even up here.
North Carolina, was it?
I think Atlanta. He has, I think he still has a house down there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
What, that show?
Like,
or be where I was at, like critique.
Publicly judge people.
Yeah, I don't like it.
First of all, actually, because I'm like a nobody, so it'd be like I'm more of a nobody than you. Like, if you're a nobody, I'm on the other rock. You know what I mean? Like,
they move my rock to get to your rock.
Yeah. They move your rock, dig up a little dirt, move a worm. There I am. You're like, you want to critique the show? Okay.
But I wanted to be. I mean, I wish
nobody as far as the industry, but you are we're both professional comedians that like headline comedy shows. So like as far as knowing comedy, we do know it.
Right.
We may not know how to navigate the business of comedy in the industry.
Which that's why nobody ever did. Nobody ever talked about the industry. I'm grateful because I felt like if we
did, all luck.
Yeah, because none of us are in the industry. Right. We're all just fucking barely making it.
Listen, that's the luck factor of show business.
Correct.
But there's still plenty of amazing comedians that can teach a young guy how to the mistakes they're doing.
Right.
You know
I did talk about mistakes. I talked about cursing too much for unnecessary, and I didn't talk about material like Richie would be like, if this joke was to do this joke and lead in with that joke, and Richie kept saying, I want to know more about them. I'm like, they're 2 years in. You're not getting them right now.
Right.
All I kept saying is get on stage, get on stage, get on stage, get on stage.
There's a reason why me and you started off when people got me and you started off in comedy. People got us because we just came from a 12-step fellowship where we just publicly speak about ourselves in like the most horrific stories.
Absolutely. It's like I could just tell you a story about how I crawled on the floor for 2 hours to rob money from my dad. Yeah, I could do a Beyonce joke.
Yeah.
That
was pretty honest for a first-year comedian. Not very funny, but extremely honest.
Very honest.
Very honest. Kind of too honest. We kind of want a bath after this, MC. I remember being told that by a booker because I was MC, and I think it was Joy Little down at Comedy Works. She's like, maybe you don't want to lead with crack.
Yeah.
Like, as the MC, like, talking about smoking crack. You made I don't know if everyone's relating. Or maybe just, like, get them liking you first, then
the reveal.
Yeah, because I just be like, clean from crack.
Yeah.
9 years. How you guys doing tonight? Any birthdays? This guy's serious. This guy's intense. This guy's intense.
Yeah,
an MC.
It was easy for us. I mean, yeah, I didn't do comedy until I had almost 9 years clean.
Yeah, me too. About 9 years clean, yeah.
So, like, I mean, these you can't ask these people to go up there and be honest. But there was some, like this one guy had a joke about his son, something about his 19-year-old son. He's like, just turned 19, and he celebrated it by getting arrested. He's like, getting arrested for selling drugs. He's like, yeah, we run a tight ship at the guy, whatever his name was. We run a tight ship at the Johnson house. Like, but he was honest. That was my runner-up because he was honest. He talked about having a 19-year-old kid and a 2-year-old kid. He talked about, like, he was. I liked him. He talked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had real jokes about himself, but I think he had a confidence level that he'd definitely been doing it for at least 5 years, I would say.
Yeah.
But you weren't allowed to submit unless you were doing it a minimum 3 years, and most of these people weren't. I just don't think that they deserve to be judged. I mean, I would have much rather been there live so they can get a feel.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they could see me. I'll make fun of your jokes, but I'm also loving. I'll make fun of you, and then I'll hold you. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
he talked about doing that when we had him on our show, like maybe making like a live judging thing.
Yeah.
In the future or something, instead of it like.
Yeah, I think it's much better doing it all live, not us watching their sets.
Yeah.
But maybe that's too much of a rip-off of the show that used to exist.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of the judging shows, did you watch? I didn't see the final roast battle. I know who won the roast battle on Comedy Central, just from Twitter. But
Was it Mike?
yeah.
Okay.
But did you see him against Ralphie May?
I just saw a piece of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
Bro, like so good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even remember the joke he did about because Ralphie May busted on him for only making fat jokes to him.
Oh, really?
And then he said something like, he's like, well, I'm going to butcher the joke probably, but he was basically saying, he goes, I'm sorry I'm only doing fat jokes, but you lost your wife, you lost your family because he's getting divorced, because you lost your family, you lost to that fan on Last Comic Standing, and your weight is the only thing you haven't lost. Dude, you know, that made me laugh so hard. I was watching it in my computer. I did one of those, like, I stepped out of my seat and like walked around the room,
You were a black guy.
Like I was a black guy. I just like stood up. I'm like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I was like, nobody was in the room with me. I'm like looking for someone to high five. No one's there. Dude, that was so like, and you just see it in Ralphie's face, like he knew that was death.
I heard, like, I saw somebody put up that Ralphie's death stare the whole time. I saw one joke and I can't remember it.
He knew he was overmatched by Michael Lawrence. I mean, joke writing was just. Well, you know, like Ralphie's like a very visual comic. You can even see some of his roast jokes. They weren't hit, so we try and do a visual to sell it, like a blowjob thing. You're like, no.
And how many jokes did they do against each other? They had to do more than 3.
Yeah, I think like 3 or 4. It's like 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
I saw one where Ralphie sprayed a can because he said Mike smells.
Yeah, well, but those jokes didn't hit because Jimmy Kimmel said it properly. He goes, nobody can smell him, so we doesn't hit, but we can obviously see you're fat.
Yeah,
So like the jokes hit. Like he should have went more with his look than his smell.
Yeah.
He probably would have gotten harder laughs.
Did you see when the one with Voss where
I kept moving him over?
Well, no, at the end after the rap, like the post show, they were like, Jeffrey Ross was like, I just want to introduce some of the comics. He introduced JB Smooth, and then he introduced Voss, and Voss was like, Voss said something, and then Kevin Hart was like, for those who don't know, Rich Voss is a stand-up comedian, and then Voss grabbed the microphone back and said something like like he has to be like the bust balls back at Kevin, and it failed. And Kevin's like, that thing cleared up. Like I was saying, Rich Voss.
No, no, it's funny. No, it made me laugh about Voss, and he even brought it up on his Sirius show, which made me happy that he brought it up because I noticed it live. When that episode starts, you see Voss's head between Spade's head and Kevin Hart's head.
Yeah.
Next round, next two comedians, because JB Smooth was on the other side, then they flip-flop them. Right? So now you see Voss on one side, and then you see them like move the camera so
it's only
David
like
Spade's head is covering Voss's face, and then the next one he's totally off the set. Like he just, every level of the episode, they get moving him off. But he did talk about because
he did.
He did. He made fun of himself for that.
Oh, okay.
They did a My Wife Hates Me from Montreal, and I was like, oh, good, because I noticed it live. I'm like, they are nudging him off this. Like, yeah, we got to get a more famous guy in here.
That's funny.
No, but I actually, I was never into the roast battles. I never been to one. I've seen a few videos shared on Facebook, but I actually kind of dug it a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
It seemed like I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain why I dug it. I just did.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it seemed like not real vicious. Like it was vicious, but it was like the only people that I thought really did hate each other was Mark Norman and Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, I didn't see theirs. It was a.
They just see there's like a tension.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they were acting that way.
Yeah.
But I was just because I don't know them personally. But there's one's in L.A., one's in New York.
So you saw that one Sarah Tiana with the fat guy with the dreads.
Yeah.
Where he was like something about something about pussy, and she goes, "Oh, that's so cute." You actually think you know what pussy looks like? Like,
yeah. It was good. If you haven't seen the roast battle, definitely check that out. I watched it on the web, online. They have all the videos
web. What are you 75?
On the web. I used web crawler to do a search, and then I watched it with my AOL chat room. And then I wrote a journal on GeoCities.
Oh my God!
I'm really bringing it back.
Holy shit!
And then my away message on Instant Messenger was, "May the force be with you."
And that was in my furries from North New Jersey.
Yeah.
Chat room.
Yeah.
You've got mail. Yeah, I do.
You've got mail. I remember when the first time you could change the voice of that, and they had a George Carlin one.
Oh, really?
And he goes, "There's a letter in your mailbox."
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I had Carlin saying that on
Really?
"There's a letter in your mailbox." Yeah, the early days of the web when it was fun.
Yeah.
When it was like 4 girls on there and they were all whores.
It was.
I never not met a slut on there.
Love at AOL, right?
No, just like I don't know how to like.
Remember,
just like an instant message would blue, come up, and you're just like,
you're right. You have a stroke right there for a second.
I don't know. I was trying to say like bling up or.
When instant message blue images appear.
I couldn't think of the sound. I was trying to describe the sound. Bring up. But yeah, man, it's just like you.
But did you ever go into chat rooms? Remember, like you used to search all the chat rooms.
I did go into chat rooms, and but I was
private chat and do a little, sexting.
But I guess I never thought about getting murdered and stuff like that. And so you just go like a girl would like instant message me, and then you're like, yeah, I'll meet you somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure. And just go, and it was.
That's how James and Conti met, right? On a fucking AOL chat room, a comedy chat room, or some shit.
That must have been a great chat room right there.
Snoozing in North Jersey.
Snoozing. Yeah, we should ask them what was the name of that chat room they found each other in. We gotta get more of this inside story.
Yeah, I know. But I used to go you look like North New Jersey party people, like North New Jersey singles 18 to 35. You're like, oh fuck, go in there, and you start chatting and you meet somebody. Then they go to private chat, right?
Yeah.
They go to private chat, and then you're like, and they start telling you what they're gonna do to you, and you kind of jerk off as you read.
Yeah, I didn't do that because the computer was like in a common room in my house in '95. I lived with my mom. I couldn't just whip it out. Had to get a memory and then go in the bathroom.
It was right in the office right here, and then I had my own apartment, so I would just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, '95 when I was doing a lot of my AOL hookups, I was home with mommy.
Right.
But yeah, I'm still actually friends with one of the broads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook friends. She's married with kids and stuff, but yeah, there was just one of those, like, whatever, early 20s. Nice girl, just like, want to have fun? I want to have fun. Who else want to have fun? I love fun. Naked fun? That's my favorite kind of fun. We couple that with food fun. Those are my two favorite funs if we're going for fun. Since I gave up drugs. Naked.
Can I get 2 funs? Can I get 2 funs tonight?
Can I get 2 funs? How about we do a food fun, then the naked fun, then food fun again? Then, I mean, that's like a triple fun night.
Then I go home by myself fun.
Yeah.
That's the best fun.
I remember meeting an old broad on there that, like just like one of those, it was almost like, let's see, I was 95. I was like around 20.
Right.
I was 20 years old, 20 years old, so she had to be like late 30s.
Right.
Which was an old broad for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And she, she had her own house.
Oh, yeah.
She was like divorced house, like fucking creepy ass, like contemporary 80s furniture, drinking wine. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Bang Stifler's mom?
Yeah, it was like, that's what it was like. I felt like it was just, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just weird.
Though.
You felt
it's weird.
It was weird.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like,
I've
even
been
the
to,
whole time, you're like, yeah, this is weird. I mean, I like it, but it's.
Yeah, I remember going with a woman. She was like, she had her own house, and I was like fucking early 20s, and I just remember just being like, this is weird.
Yeah. Stocked fridge. You're like, this is great.
Like, dang, my mom.
She got Sunny D. Mom's got Sunny D. I mean, Mom.
Mrs.
Almost
Johnson,
like Mom.
Your mom. Your
Somebody's mom. And you got Sunny D. She just realized she banged the child.
Yeah. Can you make me peanut butter and jelly? How old are you?
Can you put in little fatty squares? That's how my mom does it. Not that I think you're to her.
Not that I'm comparing you to my
comparing
mom.
you. I mean, sorry. You got a pool?
You drive me home now?
Oh, if she had a pool, I probably would have stayed with her for at least a year.
You met her online? No, you just met her in the world.
I met her online on the AOL.
Oh, really?
It was so long ago, but I didn't know she was older. So she told me she was older, but you don't, like, when you, I think she was like 37,
right,
38.
But you're 20 years old.
But when you're 20.
No, that's old.
Yeah, but like, even in my mind, I just, you're just so horny. You're like, you're just picturing like, she's a little older, but she, it wasn't like I walked in on Julia Roberts. You know what I mean? She wasn't like a looker. She's an older broad. She was like a mediocre at best face, but like a good body.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, you wouldn't be like, oh, I got to be with her.
No.
But you're 20. You're like, well, I'm here. She's drinking wine. She got Sunny D. I'm doing this. At least for the story.
Yeah, really.
But she was, because especially in your 20s, like she was just really experienced. So it was just like, just like at that time, like the most fun experience I had.
Right.
Because it was just like,
it's
just new things.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And treated me with like gentle hands. There was no like insecurity.
Right.
You're trying to impress girls your age.
Right.
Like here, I'm like, I'm shocked I'm even here.
No, the 37-year-old woman, she's very confident in herself. She doesn't really need you.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm barely needed here tonight.
Yep. And that's a good feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from her. See, older broad taught me things that I couldn't learn on my own through younger broads.
They always say that. That's what older broads say. You want to learn something, you come with me.
I did. I learned a lot. I've been using it for 20 years.
Right.
Everything she's taught me has
Nice.
been on the money. I went back to my 20-year-old girls like, what the fuck? I'm like, Went out on safari, did some research.
Did you say safari?
Yeah. Came back with some knowledge. Thanks to AOL chat.
That's funny.
You know, because when you're young, you watch like so much porn that like you start like doing these crazy moves.
Yeah, you
like,
can't.
Like you want to like hold like legs up, like
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
weird positions, and
Absolutely.
they're just like, "What are you doing?"
I saw it in a movie. First off, you don't have a dick that can do around the corner. Okay? Those guys have 12-inch dicks that can reach across the bed.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get me a little closer, babe. Okay? My first jokes on my second time ever up was talking about being on AOL and doing a sex chat with a girl, and like that was my first joke was jerking off on AOL and how I used to do phone sex, which used to hear it moaning and groaning and the girl talking like now you're just reading it. It's like fucking I'm basically reading, right?
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
and I used to sit on the stool. I put the microphone in my crotch area like it was the dick.
Yeah.
And I would stroke and like be like typing, like say like in the beginning you're like, oh, I'll fucking tell you what you're like getting in there like I'll tell you what the fuck I would do. I would fucking bite your fucking nipple, fucking take your fucking I'll fucking do all. And then I'm like, what would you do to me? And then you just sit back and wait.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here it comes. And you start reading it all. You're like, oh, now you're like not connected anymore. You're not even like you're not involved. So you gotta like once in a while I gotta touch a button like, oh, it's only one finger now. The other hand's very busy. And then you're like, as soon as you're done, you're like, all right, thanks, good night. Like now you're back, like, all right, thank you, good night. Like,
Yeah.
so I did that. That was my
Then at
first.
the end, you lose all control. You're like, semicolon. You're like, what the fuck?
Semicolon.
I
You
sent
gotta-
me 14
can't-
brackets and a semicolon.
You could do semicolons. You don't have to. You can't do brackets. You have to hold shift down for brackets.
That's why your hand's just on the keyboard, just mushing down things. You're like Control Alt deleting your computer. Oh, just shut down. I always liked the messaging. I tried the phone thing when I was younger.
phone
I don't
sex.
like. It was too fake for me.
I know.
I couldn't get
Only
into
did
it.
like
Even
twice.
when like I had a girl and she would like try to do that over the phone, I'm like, can I just come to your house? What the fuck are we doing here?
I liked it when I was far away.
Yeah, I never had. Yeah, but I always was with girls in the area, so it was like,
Right.
What,
I have a tendency to attract people who are not anywhere near me, so that I can't touch them. That's what happens. Every girl since I'm fucking young. The first girl I ever fell in love with, she was visiting my neighborhood and lived in Florida.
yeah,
So she was gone. She came for the summer for a month. We made out. She left. She went to Florida, and my love was gone.
yeah. That's why you fall in love with them. They're unattainable.
That's been since I'm 11 years old.
Yeah, you like that. You like that. Like,
I don't like that, but it's gotten me nowhere, Joe.
No, it gets you nowhere, but you like it. Just like I used to go for unattainable women all the time.
Yeah, but I don't want... Like, I just said this the other night, off topic of jerking off on AOL, but,
Thank God. No apologies necessary for moving from topics. I assure you, from me and the listeners, we're all okay with that.
all right, whatever, man.
Whatever, if you want to be weird.
Actually, we're going to put a little dog ear on that. We're coming back.
The fuck does dog ear mean?
You know when you flip the thing over? Don't they call that a dog ear? What do they call that?
Flip what thing over?
When you're on the page, you fold your page over? What do they call that?
Call that a dog ear?
Something ear.
I don't even know. I never
There's no
called,
reason
I call
to-
it a bookmark.
Nah! When you fucking... It's not a bookmark. When you flip over the... When you fold the corner of the page to get back to it. We're
Dog ear?
something ear. We're gonna earmark that. Duh.
Oh, earmark.
My bad.
All right. Well, I was about ready to move on. Just like, yeah, I know what dog ear means, but I was like, no, I have no idea. I have to ask him. Like, I was just gonna let it go.
We're gonna earmark.
What's gonna happen is 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck does dog ear mean? It would like keep me up all night, so I had to get it out now.
We got it. Earmark.
Earmark.
We're gonna put a tack in that.
Okay.
We're gonna earmark that. Okay. We're gonna earmark that, man. Fold the page. We're gonna come back to it.
Okay.
But we're
Thank
not.
God. Thank God. Thank God for the earmark.
I was just saying.
People write down the time code of what he said.
I was just saying though that I talking about attracted to people who are not attainable.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm like this. Like I'm realizing I'm like a pattern. How many broads just reach out to me who are not available, but use me when they're feeling lonely.
Yeah, I've had that.
And like it didn't click because I don't know these girls. We didn't have like a history.
Yeah.
They originally reach out to me. They'll inbox me on my Facebook. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing? When are you going to be in my neighborhood? And then I'm like, I'll look on their page. They're in a relationship, and right.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, you could just tell them they want me to give them fill some of their insecurities,
Yeah.
right? And then they're gone for a month, and then they come back. Even the porn star, she was all about like, I wish you were here. I want to be with. I want to hang out with you. We're together because she was having a problem with her husband.
Mm.
And then she's gone. There's a woman I banged in. I had sex with I was on the road in Virginia Beach, like in 2003, 2004, for a week at Ha. Ha had a club on Virginia Beach, and I was there a week, and I had a one night stand with a girl down in Virginia Beach who lived in Trenton, and then she came up to my apartment in Lodi. We went out for the night, had sex again, and I never saw her again. And that was, 2003. We're talking 13 years ago. About 3 years ago, she found me on Facebook. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm so embarrassed what we did, and I never talked to you again. I feel like whatever." She's with a guy who doesn't want to be with the guy, and then gets married to the guy. And she'll text me when she's feeling lonely. She'll Facebook me. Met a girl in fucking Connecticut this last weekend, out of nowhere. Facebook messaged me. I could get a sense she's got a man,
Yeah.
but must be feeling lonely.
Yeah.
And like it's happened about 5 times in the past 6 months that these women who are struggling with their relationships reach out to me and like, am I giving that vibe off? That first off I would fuck you, you're in a relationship, and I'm the guy to give you the insecurity fill you need when you're feeling lonely and your husband's not fucking you.
You just happen to be the guy at that time.
Right.
I've been that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
No, but like even when I wasn't that guy, I saw the girl go to the next guy line.
Right.
Like, you're just looking for a guy.
I'm not special. That's what I'm saying.
Why we are special, because we're funny and they like to be around us. That's why we're the first call.
Right.
That's all. You know what I mean? Then you'd see them with the other. I'm like, I can't do this. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Then they move on to the next.
Right.
To fill the void.
Right. I just don't want to be the guy that you come to.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I want to talk to somebody who I actually have potential, getting with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk to somebody who's got a guy. Maybe I want to break up. Get the fuck out of here. Who am I? Why am I attracting that?
Yeah.
Even like this girl I went on the date with a couple weeks ago. She's like, we met and she's been like dating. Like I see her, she'll be with a guy. She'll go out with a guy for a couple days. She'll have pictures up of her at the bar. And then a week later, she's inboxing me. Hey, what's up? Like, I guess that guy didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And
I'll tell you why I used to attract it, because it was. Not that I used to talk about it all the time, but it was pretty well known that I was not interested in being in a relationship with anybody. It was like a good up until I met my wife.
Right.
From like the last committed relationship, it was like a 5-year period.
Right.
Till I met Carrie, and I just was I'd break up with girls all. I don't want a girlfriend. I do not want a girlfriend. But girls that were taken like that about me, that they didn't. I wasn't looking to be attached.
Exactly. No, I get it.
And that's how they see you.
They think that's how they see me. That must be the vibe I'm giving. But I would like to be with a fucking girl. I would like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I want a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired. I'm not sick and tired. Like, oh my God. Look, obviously, I'm not putting a lot of effort into getting a girlfriend.
Right,
okay?
but I never, believe me, man, I put no effort in getting Kerry.
Right. No,
Like, I wasn't looking for a girl. I did put an effort getting her once I saw her.
No, yeah.
I put the effort to win her over.
to keep her.
Yeah, because I was,
Right.
she was hot, and I just, whatever, boom.
Right.
And, but at the time, I'm like, I wasn't looking for a girl, because, I just felt like, I don't want nobody nagging me.
I'm not either, but I'm 47 years old, man. I would like to have someone in my life.
Yeah, I think it'll be easier now that your kids are older, and it's kind of like not really a part of the equation as much.
Absolutely. But for a long time it was, and then I just wasn't available. I mean, I would like to have been, but obviously I was putting a vibe off that I wasn't available. But now it's like, even the woman I went on a date with, I liked her, but how? At some point, I would like to be chased a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
That feels good.
Now, there's going to be a couple of bros, if they all listen to this, they're going to be like, fuck you, you motherfucker. I chased you enough. You didn't want to be caught. Right?
By you.
Exactly.
No offense.
No offense. But then there's a couple that I regret that I didn't let them catch me. I should have when I was an asshole. Because maybe I wasn't ready. But this girl, I would like you to let me know that you're interested. I don't need to be the one to reach out to you every night. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You can reach out to me and be like, hey, what are you up to? Now, again, there's women that be like, I did that. I didn't care if you did that. Obviously, I didn't give a fuck if you did that.
Right.
There's certain people I would like to, return reach out to me if they don't. And I'm not going to be the guy chasing you down. But the ones I get in my inbox are the ones who are fucking every one of them are married or a serious relationship or living with a guy.
And right off the bat, you're like, I don't want to fucking fuck with you for being like that.
Right.
Not unless if you tell me this is agreement me and my husband have.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do.
Right.
The sneaking around type of person.
Yeah, I don't want that anyhow.
No, because it's just going to come back again.
It's all going to come back to me.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway, we're just talking about. I don't know what we were.
All right, you want to go back? You want to go back to your dog ear?
No, it's all right.
See, maybe these girls haven't heard your dog ear, so maybe that's to win them over. Yeah, girl, tell them some more jerk off stories from AOL chat room. Have you tried that to get the ladies, Mike? I just don't know.
I deleted all my online dating shit. I did it all. I fucking only ones I kept are the 2 swiping ones because it's what I do when I go to the bathroom. It helps pass the time.
I've been out of the game since 2006. Just the last thing the online dating thing with me was fucking Match.com.
Right.
That was like the only one around.
That. I had that again,
and I met some uggos on there.
Oh, that's all that hits up. Well, on Match, nobody touched.
AOL chat, I met some beautiful women. Fucking Match.com, it was like, ugh.
Plenty of fish. Oh my Lord! Years ago, I got mucho butt on Plenty of Fish, but it was what I was putting out there. I wanted to just fuck around, so I got a lot of girls just wanting to fuck around.
Yeah.
Now that I'm serious, I don't want to fuck around. I did that already. I'm over that. That was years ago. I'm tired. I want to settle down.
Yeah.
That's hard to find online, and I realized that, and I decided that you know what, talking to a couple of Dan Wilson at one time, and he was like. He's like, I'm glad there was no online dating 20 years ago when I met my wife, because we would have filtered each other out. Because I wasn't attracted to her, she wasn't attracted to me, and we were interested in different things, but we hung out, and there was something in our chemistry, and we fell in love.
That's me and my wife. I said
right?
I said on paper we both sucked for each other. Like if you showed me her stats.
Right. You would have not.
I got this girl. She's pretty, but she lives at home with her mother. She just got divorced 6 months ago or whatever. She's separated. She's lives home with her mother with her 2 kids. One's a teenager. One's 5.
Right.
I'd be like, no.
Right.
No. I'm sorry. I don't want to meet her.
And she, most likely, if you would have said this single comedian who lives in a 1-bedroom.
Then I was 2 years into comedy.
Right.
I wasn't even. I mean, I was barely an open micer.
Right.
I was an open micer 2 years in.
Yeah.
You know, fucking
Right.
lives in a studio apartment.
Right.
Total commitment phobe.
Yeah, right.
Probably doesn't want to move out of that disgusting apartment.
But like, if you were online, if you go to POF, right, and you or Match.com, and you put in like all your criteria, you would have filtered each other out.
Easy.
Right?
I know I would have. That's why I still think the best way to meet someone is
live.
Because like I was attracted to her.
And then the
I
other
invited her
stuff,
out.
She came,
and she came to my apartment on a Tuesday. We ordered a pizza. We watched Rescue Me.
Okay.
Right? So she came over Tuesday. I was like, you want to come over? Why don't you come back this weekend? She came that weekend. She came every Tuesday and every weekend until I moved in with her. Like, there was never a game.
Right.
I mean, maybe a little on my part because she was like, "Where's this going?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." You know, every Mr. Fucking bad decision maker. Are we ever gonna like progress with this? Oh shit! I know you're great, but you know I'm a mental case. You know, like she was ready to go, but you know, like I said, it was never like I never had to really sell myself to her. I never felt like I was me right out of the gate.
Right.
I think it's because I didn't give a shit. Similar to comedy.
Right.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not looking. I'm going to give this broad who I am.
I put this on on the two web dating sites I was on. Then I deleted them completely. Deleted everything off. But I put like there's certain things like I like horror movies. She doesn't like. So if I put that in, right? I don't know. We don't meet each other because I like horror movies. She doesn't like horror movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, but if without the filters, we don't get to see the whole thing. Like, I love the way she laughs, or I love the way she talks to people. I love the way she's polite to strangers. I don't get to see that because I've already filtered her out.
Yeah.
She's already gone. I don't get to see the chemistry because I looked at a photo of her and was like, she's not good enough. Like, that's it. One photo. I don't know about you, but looks have really little to do with the chemistry part.
Little to do.
They do. I mean, like, at first it's like she's attractive, but after 10 minutes of that, the looks are gone. And it's like there's a chemistry thing that has nothing to do with the looks. But I'm going to not get a chance to find that because I'm going to find the girl who did it in a photo. It's never happening. It's never happening.
See, that was always my problem with online dating. And I think Kerry probably, if she ever did it, she never did, but she probably had the same thing. And that's why we're such a good match. Like, I can never fill out those things. I wasn't looking for nothing.
Right.
I was like, if I could put one thing, be like, just be cool and let me be me.
Right.
Like, and I'll be cool and let you be you, and we'll see what happens. Like, I never had things I like to do. Like that I gave a fuck about.
All of that stuff that you're saying, like you say you put that in there. No one's even looking at that because what they're doing is seeing your picture, and that's it.
I looked pretty good back then. I was slim and had a nice jawline.
But how many times have I gone on dates with girls who I'm attracted to? Oh, she's cute, and then it goes nowhere. Because looks mean shit.
I got hooked up on a blind date one time from my mother with some girl she worked with.
Right.
She was pretty, like visually stunning.
Right.
And we're sitting there having coffee, and I just I couldn't stand her.
Right.
And it was like going good.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like,
there was something in the air, man.
Just something in the air, man. It just wasn't like.
Me and Brock used to say it either is or it isn't.
That's it. Either is or
it is or it isn't. And like you could tell quick when you're with somebody, but looking at a picture, it's false. Do you know how many people that I know personally? I look at their pictures and I'm like, that's not how they look in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know them personally.
Yeah.
That is not how that motherfucker looks.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're not even selling a right. You're taking the best photo of yourself. You put it out there. That's so. Nothing is real. You're only going to find it here in life.
Yeah, you got to be out. And like you said, like comedy, like it's mostly a couples thing that goes out. It's so rare to meet single girls.
It is. People don't get it. They're like, you should meet girls all the time. Now, you would think, I'm not a rock band. People aren't coming to dance.
I think if you worked in New York more, you meet a lot more single girls because that's more of a single girl.
Yeah, it's a single town
vibe. You know what I mean? It's not like.
But usually they're too young.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of young girls. Every time I'm in the city,
you're going to get yours girls the tricky tray.
Huh?
You're gonna get yours Tricky Tray in the
Yeah,
suburbs.
the moms. The mom that just broke up with her husband, who's at the the fundraiser for her kids' softball.
But I like that though. Like
Me too.
me and my
That's who I'm
cousin,
gonna
me and my
meet.
cousin Dean were talking about that. Like we're like like not that we're not attracted to like young fit women, but even as we get older, like you'll see someone that's not perfectly toned,
Right.
and you're like, I kind of like that. Like
I like that.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like it's whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're back when I was younger, I'd be like, ugh, no way. Maybe just for the story.
Right.
Where now I'm like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Huh?
it's just, everything changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what, it's moms and. But like,
And
do you
I'm
ever
alright
like
with
hang out with a young girl though? Like, I'd be like,
don't
all
mind.
right, get the fuck away from me. I can't.
I'll look if you're
They
30.
have hope and shit. I can't be around someone with too much hope. Like someone that's
no.
like young and like really has no idea. Like I need the world to have smacked you in the face a little bit. Like if you have too much hope, I can't be around you. Like if you haven't had a disappointment in life yet,
Right.
Like I'm not talking about a breakup. Like just like life fucked you once,
Yeah.
where you're just a little off your high horse.
Me and my friend Tommy, who passed away, we used to go online and like we'll see a girl. It's like, oh, she's really pretty. How old is she? 30. Let's see. And then we're looking. She's like, she's got 2 kids. This is our girl because she's broken. She's got a little bit of fucked up shit going on. She's got 2 kids. She's 30. She's not 30 with like a studio apartment in Manhattan that hangs out every fucking Friday and Saturday with her friends.
Right. That's why it was good I met my wife. That's what my dad.
real life.
From the moment my dad met Kerry, he told my mother, she's perfect for Joey.
Right.
Because that's what she's like, I'm a fucking mother. I got no time for bullshit. We doing this or we not doing this?
Yeah.
And that's what Joey needed.
Yeah.
A no bullshit type of person.
Right.
That's like, I don't give a fuck if you're with me, if you're not.
Yeah.
I want you to be, or
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
and I'm like, all right, I like that.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
need me, and I
Right.
don't need you. It's no more codependent relationships.
But like if I see a girl, like a young girl who's in her 30s or like 30, like I usually the youngest I'll look for someone is 30.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's 30 and like every photo is her like look like dressed to the nines at some club, I'm not keeping up with that.
I'm not going to clubs, bro.
I can't keep up with that, man. I don't even have the wardrobe to keep up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
like,
I'm not going
I
to stay up
want-
with fashion trends now. I'm locked
Yeah,
in.
I
I'm
want
locked
simple.
in where I'm at.
I want simple girl. I want a girl who's got like simple. She's a simple girl. Like she can go out all the time. I just want something a little less shiny. Take it down. Little
Yeah.
less shiny. Little
Yeah.
like tarnish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little weather beaten.
Yeah. No, I get it, man.
Dude, it's 7:00 already?
7 o'clock already. We're
Holy
recording for
shit.
an hour and 37 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Good cast. You have a spot tonight?
Yeah, right here on my desk.
Did you watch the night of? Are you caught up?
Oh yeah. That fucking show is awesome. I'm sorry, it's a good show.
Let me
man.
tell you, I met like somebody who didn't like the show, and I'm like, I don't even know if I can talk to you no more.
That doesn't make sense.
Like they're like, yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
Okay.
I'm like, then what does it for you? Get the fuck out of here.
Don't
know
call me again, Mom.
You know what? You don't do it for me anymore. How about that? What is this? Lose my number. I'm deleting you right now. I'm going to unfriend you in real life and on Facebook.
Great show, man. A great show.
So good, man.
And there's only
It's
what?
so
How
good
many
that I
episodes is this
fear
thing?
they're going to horribly disappoint me at the end.
No. How many episodes total?
8.
We're at 5 already.
No, we're at 4.
I mean, next week is 5.
Next week is 5, yes. That's a lot to get
shit.
through, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, it's such a good series. They're going to do some fucking hokey-ass shit ending. I'm just afraid of some shit ending because there's so much to do.
Well, it's like, remember True Detective?
I didn't care for it.
Like the first season I did. The second season became too much. It was like way too much. The first season was good, but it all got tied up with little bows and stuff. It was like you got cheeseball at the end, and I feel that this is either going to be cheeseball. It was Colonel Mustard with the fucking we're gonna find it all out and be like this kid was framed or whatever, or it's going to come down that he did it, and we've fucking been in love with this kid the whole time, hoping he gets right representation and taken care of, and at the end, he comes and realizes that he was the murderer the whole time. Not on purpose, because he was high and whacked on drugs.
Yeah. I don't believe he was. That's just my...
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that that's what's going to happen. Of course you don't believe it. That's what's going to hurt the most, because you don't want to believe that he did it.
Yeah.
And I don't either. I don't want to believe he did it, but I'm afraid that that's going to be the twist.
Could be, but I doubt it. Only because, like I told Carrie, I'm like, all right, I got to assume if he did do it, this is the guy's first murder.
Yeah.
That he did in a blackout where he did it so good that he showered himself and really just cleared up a lot of DNA on his body after that horrific bloody scene. I'm like, that's so lucky for a blackout murder.
No, you're right.
You know?
Absolutely. No, yeah.
Well, because I'm not giving any spoilers. It's like,
he probably didn't do it.
I don't even think that knife they caught him with was the murder weapon. That's what I don't think. That knife has her blood on it from that when they did that drug thing.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that was the murder weapon. I think that's going to come out. It's just it's a coincidence. There's going to be another murder weapon. Something with the autopsy, probably with the shape of the knife.
That's what they'll do.
Listen, because they're trying to plea with him. They have no case.
Right.
The upper guys are...
Well, no, but you saw why. Because all the terrorist beatings and stuff like that. Because of this.
Yeah, but also they probably don't have much to put
It's all circumstantial. That's even what John said, the lawyer. It's all circumstantial.
Dude, it's like so hard to go out on Sunday night. You're like, I can't have a risk of this being spoiled on me. Especially, I got to find out the date of that fucking last one. I'm just disengaging until I see that.
Oh yeah. You haven't watched the show Roadies yet, huh?
Not yet, because I'm just got so many shows I watch. I don't have time.
Yeah, it's an hour too.
Dude, I'm watching A Night Of, Ray Donovan, Vice Principals. I watch Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, The Gaffigan Show. That's 6 shows there.
But Roadies comes on right after Ray Donovan.
Dude, I DVR everything and watch it when I have time.
Okay.
The only thing I watch at that time, if I'm home, is The Night Of.
Right.
But like Ray Donovan's probably going to be watched tonight.
Right. Well, Roadies is a good show if you're a music guy.
Yeah.
And like they always have like song of the day, like as they're like setting up the Roadies, to set up like the song of the day, and then like you can hear it playing. Like it's just, and there's every episode has like a special musician comes on.
Yeah, I haven't heard a bad thing about it. So
I enjoy
Kelly
it.
said she's not interested in checking it out, so I'll just probably binge it one day when I'm off.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
But I have to pee, so let's wrap this up.
All right, take care.
Don't forget about your dog ear, Mark. We'll come back to that one time. Maybe not this podcast, but gotta get back to that jerking off.
No one wants my dog ear back.
So what do you have this week, man?
Okay. Friday, I am at Mount Arlington.
I'm going to come to that after my show.
Where are you at?
I'm doing. I'm performing at a fundraiser in Rockaway at a martial arts school.
Nice.
Because you know.
Put him in a body bag.
Put him in a body bag. That'd be great if I'm sucking. Somebody just comes chokes me out. This guy sucks. Shut him up. Finish him.
So Friday, I'm at Mount Arlington, 8:30 show. Please come out if you're around. Just come out. That'll be a fun show. I like that room. It's tight. I like that room. And then Saturday, I'm at Carmine's in Poughkeepsie.
Nice. Yeah,
that's a good room too. Good food.
Awesome. So I'll be. I don't think you can come to the martial arts clinic. So, I'll be at Mike's show on Friday if you want to see me this weekend. I'll be hanging out there after going to the diner and shit.
Absolutely.
And let's see. My next. Let me see. Well, we'll be at the regional convention of NA together. If you're in recovery and listen to this, that'll be at the Westin Hotel in Princeton on August 13th. And I'll be headlining Uncle Vinny's August 17th and 18th. So please come to that. It's a Wednesday, Thursday. The summer's almost over. Don't give me it's a weeknight bullshit. Just fucking come out.
There you go.
We're not 90. My show's at 8 o'clock.
You'll be home in bed by 11.
Yeah, and if you don't want to go home, we'll go out for Zeppeli's at the fucking boardwalk after.
You go.
Fucking go, man.
There you go.
Now. Go to my website, joefernandez.net, to buy tickets. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com. Please keep downloading. Comment on iTunes if you can. And you've been listening to All in Our Heads.
Word.